Good evening and welcome back to Inside the Southern University System. I'm Robyn, Merrick, your co-host, and it's time to talk around campus. Things that are going on in and around the Southern University System, of course, and today we're highlighting the Baton Rouge campus. And this event that we want to talk about is not just going on the Baton Rouge campus, it's actually going on throughout the country. It's an international program, and I've got Dr. Moustapha Diack, who is joining us here today from Math and Science Education. Good evening, Dr. Diack, and welcome to Inside the Southern University System.
Well, good evening, Robyn, and thank you for having me. I'm very, very glad to be back again to this program.
We are glad to have you back because you're doing great things. The last time you were here with us, we were talking about your MERLOT project, which of course is not wine, but it deals with international computer education and working across the globe on various resources for educators, and that was really great. And today you were back because you're always doing something and you stay so very busy. We don't know how to keep up with you, but we're just glad you're here in the country.
Thank you.
And that we can have you here today to share with us about the new SUBR LAS project that you've got going on. We'll share a bit about that.
Yeah, for the LAS, as you know, I'm just finishing my term after 2 years presidency of the Louisiana Academy of Sciences. I wanted, before even getting there, really to be thankful of the great university that we have, that is Southern University, that really provide a lot of opportunities. And I'm just finishing my term right now, and I was very, very glad to see that at the closing of our 83rd conference meeting.
Wow,
I was given a big plaque with where they have all the president of the Louisiana Academy of Sciences previously. And I was the 63rd president, and I was glad to realize that I was the first of African descent, you know, to be president of the academy. So I was very, very proud and happy.
Oh, I'm
about
sure.
That. Yes.
I am
yes.
so sure.
Yes.
And you are, like I said, you stay busy and you have a number of things going on. In addition to the Louisiana Academy of Science, you are now working with Open Education Resources.
Yes.
And
Yes.
share
yes.
with us about
Yes.
that.
Thank you. This is just, I would say, a global movement where finally we realize that if we get to a point where the educational resources that are available throughout the internet, you know, if we can make that available to all communities around the world, that can help a little bit promote, you know, the access to everybody for education, which is really one of the UN, for instance, program to promote, you know, access to education. Now, it is done very in a way that is really changing the world right now, mainly depending on the copyright issue. When I generate now an educational resource as faculty member, what I would do, I would just tie to that something that is called a Creative Commons, telling everybody around the world that here is the resource that I have generated. You can take it, you can modify it, and you can really customize it to your own environment and deploy it in order to support education. This is now the Open Education movement. Around that also there is something that is called the Open Access movement.
So we've got Open Education and
Open Access. Those are my two keywords. And the Open Access is looking for really releasing, for instance, publication in the science domain.
I see.
Instead of having, you know, the publisher now to have exclusive right around those, to find a way that when it is published, like if we publish something through the NIH, for instance, to make sure that those publications are going to be available to the globe. And as a matter of fact, our dear President Obama, just signed out really as a law right now for the National Institute of Health from now on to release all the publications that are funded by the U.S. government to the public.
Wonderful.
So
and typically these things happen to some degree, but the access and availability is just not there. People, I guess it's not on their radar. And if we put it out there and make it more available to them, I think, you know, we're raising the consciousness and the awareness and I guess the educational levels of our individuals without
Absolutely. And what I wanted to add to that, Robyn, is that we are getting to a point where with all the crisis that we're going through now, it is time for us to turn around a little bit and, you know, be more aware about what is available there, so that we can sustain our communities, because in my opinion, that's really the key. to solving some of the main,
communities.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Having them understand what the real issues are out there, and it is good to know that, of course, the U.S. government is involved, and of course President Obama and all the things that he's doing.
Absolutely.
I just can't wait to see what the remaining 4 years are going to look like.
Absolutely.
With him at the helm, and the things that are going to happen.
Absolutely.
The next thing that we're looking at is the Manila Awards.
Yes.
That you have.
Yes.
And
yes.
Like I said, you're busy.
Yes.
This is once again an international piece that's going on.
Yes.
A great competition, but tell us about the Manila Award.
But the Manila Award is really something that we have started last year, and we gave the award in Kenya. And during the E-Learning Africa conference, and this is a conference that is really changing a lot of things right now in Africa. Okay. We gave out some awards there on leadership in open education resources, the development of quality resources that can be used in teaching and learning, and we were looking also in software authoring tool that can be used to develop open education resources. I want just to make a point on at least one of them. Okay. The idea behind is really to be able to influence the decision at the global level. Okay. You still now have countries in Africa where, in terms of higher education, they don't have labs, science lab. When we get to a point where we can create virtual environment with the right model there, students can exactly do what they would do in a science lab in a virtual environment and learn exactly the great concept. Okay. This is what is behind the Manila Award. And at this point now we have an international chair that is looking into those quality. Okay. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm hoping that we're going to make a difference really at the global level.
Okay, now this Manila Award is going to be given where this year?
It is going to be given in the E-Learning Africa 2009 going to be held in Dakar, my country.
Very
my
good.
Country.
Yes,
and
country.
Absolutely. And during the closing of the ceremony of the Pan-African Forum, in the morning session, we intend to give that out. We are having we're making some arrangement with hopefully the Ministry of Education in France, to be part of this, and the Ministry of Education in Senegal, because in France there's a lot of things going on in the area of open education resource now.
And that's a good thing. That's a good thing, and particularly as we become more global, as not only a nation, but everything is moving to be more global. So no longer do we have just the silo of the United States, Canada, Mexico, and so on and so forth. It's going to all really mesh together, and the barriers are broken.
Absolutely.
And we're all coming across, and